Hey, welcome back everybody. Today we're taking a look at a Tract scope. Now, most of you know that I've been running a Tract for a little over a year on my personal rifle, my 6.5 Creedmoor that we built, and I've been very, very pleased with it. I continue to use it, and I probably won't be switching to anything else anytime soon. But we were fortunate enough to get our hands on another Tract scope. It is also the Toric 30mm. It's the MRAD design. It's still the same power, the 4-20x50 first focal plane. Essentially, everything on this scope here is, if you were to look at it, it looks exactly the same. There's no difference at all. The difference is the reticle. Tract recently developed a Christmas tree reticle specifically designed for PRS matches. Now, obviously, it's got a ton more uses too. But I think the driving force behind it was for PRS, for that really fast acquisition, and we'll get into some of the features of that reticle because it's got some other pretty cool things about it that I don't see in other Christmas tree reticles. So, but that said, we were able to get this out. We've been to the range, we've been out to the desert, we've shot some PRS competitions, and now we also did some dialing on this scope just to make sure that it's tracking properly and things like that, in which it was tracking absolutely flawlessly. It was spot on. But when you're shooting PRS, you don't have a lot of time to necessarily be dialing your scopes all over the place. So to have that Christmas tree reticle with all your holds in there, it made it really, really quick acquisition. You didn't have to worry about dialing. You know, if you knew what your dope was, you can just hold it. And of course, we all figured out our dopes before we get up to the stages, so that when we're shooting, you know, you might engage one target at 400 yards and 2 shots, and then another target at 600 yards, 2 shots, or whatever the course of fire was. But it made it really, really easy to do. Now, I do want to back up and say it does take some practice, because anytime you get like a Horus or a Christmas tree reticle, you do have to practice with it, because things are a little bit busy inside there. Let's jump right in and look at some of the features of the reticle and talk about those just a little bit. By the way, this is an illuminated reticle. It's got 11 power settings, so it really does a great job. Okay, looking at this picture here, one of the first things I really got to say is the floating center dot at only 0.04 mils is a really, really nice feature, because you're not covering up small targets at great distances. So that's a big bonus. The other thing, notice on your horizontal bars there, you've got 4 facing up and the 1 facing down on the short bars. That's just indicating your half mil, 0.5, which I think is that's a very nice feature too. I like that. Okay, taking a look here at a portion of the Christmas tree reticle, you can see the small dots. Now the small dots are those 0.2 mil for the windage corrections, and the larger dots are for the 1 mil. And that just sort of helps keep things in reference as you're looking through the scope, trying to determine what those holdovers are. Now take a look here at the next set. You can see that this is a 0.1 mil measurement grid. They're both on the horizontal and the upper vertical, and this is excellent, especially when you're trying to mill a very small target. It really helps you become a lot more accurate if you're actually milling stuff out in the field. So good job there. I like that feature. All right, so I think that kind of sums it up. How did it work for you? Pretty good?
It worked amazing. I could hold super far away, really close up. It was good, nice. And it was super accurate too.
It was very accurate. It's spot on accurate. Whether you're dialing the dope or just holding the dope on there, it was spot on. And again, just to restate it, the fact that center dot is a floating center dot at 0.04 mils, it's not covering up those small targets. And to me, that's a big thing. It's almost more like a second focal plane at that point. So yeah, we're going to be out shooting some more PRS matches. We'll be using these to hunt with this year. In fact, bear season opens up here in 5 days. So yeah, we haven't found any bear yet, but you know, we'll try. So, I guess that's all we really have to say about this. We just wanted to throw it out there as an option for anybody looking to get into PRS or just looking to get into the Christmas tree reticle. A few more options. Again, Tract is an excellent scope. You know, they excellent glass. The glass quality on those things is just, wow, it's really good. You have to see it to believe it. I could show the clarity through the camera. It wouldn't do it justice. So you actually have to just look through it yourself. So I guess we'll wrap this up, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.